We're now going on to compound interest. Now, A equals P into 1 plus I to the power n. We use it. When do we use this? Number one, we use it when the question uses the word compounded. When something is compounded. Now, it can be compounded in different ways. It can be compounded, and I'll explain to you when we're doing it. We'll do our compoundings. It can be compounded annually. It can be compounded monthly. It can be compounded daily. It can be compounded quarterly. Or it can be compounded half yearly. Right. So annually means every year, at the end of every year. Monthly, common sense. At the end of every month, they compound your interest, they take that is your new principal amount, and they compound it for the next amount. Now, if you're receiving compound interest, it's to your advantage. So if you go and open up a savings account, which we know Islamically is haram. Islamically, interest, riba, you are declaring war with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this here is just what the topic contains. So please guys, understand what these concepts mean. We take now monthly. We now, if you're going to open up a savings account, we are not encouraging any Muslim viewer anywhere in the world to apply these in their daily life. We've got your monthly repayment. Your monthly repayment is your compounding, and it's going to be to your advantage. If you are paying, if you are repaying compounding, you are in big trouble, because you'll end up paying and paying and paying, but your capital amount, your capital loan that you've taken out will never start decreasing, probably after a couple of payments. Daily compounding, compounded daily, compounded quarterly, every 3 months, every quarter. How many quarters are there in a year? 4. How many months make a quarter? And don't tell me 4. How many months make a quarter? Every 3 months. Because there are 4 3-month periods in the year. So quarterly is every 3 months. Half yearly, how many half-year periods are there in a year? 2. Right? So there are 2 6-month periods in 1 year. So I'll explain to you how does it affect our formula. Right. So these are our compoundings. Right. So when do we use this? When the question uses compounding. When else do we use this? We use this for inflation. Now we all know the inflation rate of a country. The inflation, you always hear the topic inflation. What does inflate mean? Gets higher. So things, cost of living in any country is pegged to the inflation rate. Your cost of an item. What you paid 5 Rand 5 years ago for a bottle of water, in 5 years' time, you're going to be paying 8 Rand or 9 Rand. Why? What has happened? It has been affected by the inflation rate. Now, the inflation is a rate, is a percentage, 10% per annum, 12% per annum. I think the inflation rate of South Africa at the moment is about 8 or 9%, right? Which is decent, which is decent. So we're not in the worst position yet, you know, contrary to popular belief. So we've got compoundings, we've got inflation. We also use it for depreciation. But what type of depreciation? Now we said for straight line, for simple interest we use straight, or for straight line depreciation we use simple interest. Straight line, when the question says an item is depreciating according to the straight line method, then we use simple interest. When it says according to the reducing balance method, or the diminishing, another word for reducing is called the diminishing balance method. Then we use compound decrease, and that is A equals P into 1 minus I to the power n. So there we go.